So, good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know. I'm only here because I want to talk about one interesting thing in the world history, the World War II. First of all, we need to know about what is it. The World War II, also called the Second World War, it was a conflict that involved every part of the world during the years 1939 to 1945. The principal belligerents were the Axis powers like Germany, Italy, and Japan, and the allies like France, Great Britain, the United States, the Soviet Union, and to a lesser extent China. The war was in many respects a continuation after the uneasy 20 bad years of the disputes left unsettled by World War. The 40 millions to 50 millions deaths incurred in World War II, so it makes the most bloodiest conflict as well as the largest war in history. Then, his war has a lot of important events. In order, the first one is on September 1st, in 1939. Nazi Germany invaded Poland, the act that started World War II. The day before, Nazi operatives had possessed as Polish military officers to stage an attack on the radio station in the Silesian city of Gletwitz. Germany used the events as the pretext for its invasion of Poland. The second one is in the same year. 2 days after, France and England declared the war against Germany on September 3. But neither country was prepared to the fight and would not deploy a significant number of military forces until the next year, leaving Poland alone in its defense, although it had an army of more than 700,000. Poland was unprepared for Germany's blitzkrieg tactics. Its army could not deploy its troops quickly enough to defend against the more powerful German forces. As a result, many civilians lost their lives. The third was in 1940, April 9. Nazi Germany attacks Norway and Denmark on the pretext that occupation is necessary to preserve the neutrality. Norwegian fascist leader Vidkun Quisling quickly moves to create a pro-Nazi government. As a result, his surname will become synonymous with traitor. Norway forces into the war through Nazi German invasion. Norway houses burned in Narvik during the spring 1940 German invasion. After the British rescue of Ottermark prisoners and other action in Norwegian waters, Hitler feared losing the neutral country's port of Narvik, which were essential for shipping Scandinavian iron ore to Germany. Adolf Hitler attacked Norway by land, air, and sea, overrunning resistance. In mid-April, British, Polish, and French forces landed to aid the Norwegians and took Narvik. The British sank 10 German destroyers, half of the entire fleet. However, with France near collapse, the alliance withdrew on June 8, leaving Narvik to German occupation. The Norwegian conflict included the first paratrooper attack by Germany in history, in Britain's first major amphibious landing of the war. The fourth is in 1940, in May 10 to June 22. German troops overran Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France in 6 weeks starting in May 1940. France got armistice in late June 1940, leaving Great Britain as the only country fighting Nazi Germany. Germany and collaborating authorities soon initiated anti-Jewish policing law in occupied Western Europe. The fifth was in 1940, July 10. The Battle of Britain began. In its opening phase, that Luftwaffe attacked coastal targets and shipping convoys in the English Channel with the goal of reducing Britain's air defenses and naval supply lines ahead of a general air offensive. 6. 1940, September 22. Germany, Italy, and Japan signed the Tripartite Pact creating the Axis alliance. The Japanese invasion of French Indonesia began. The RAF bombed Berlin. 4 Egyptian cabinet ministers from the Sadist party resigned in protest against the government's failure to declare war on Italy. The 7th, 1941, June 22. Nazi Germany launched a surprise attack against the Soviet Union, its ally in the war against Poland. By the end of the year, German troops had advanced almost 1,000 miles to the outskirts of Moscow. Soon after the invasion, mobile king units began the mass murder of Soviet youth. 8. 1942, June 4. The Battle of Midway was a decisive naval battle in the Pacific theater of World War II that took place between 4 and 7 June 1942, 6 months after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor and 1 month after the Battle of the Coral Sea. 9. 1942, July 10. The Allies invade and take the island of Sicily. German forces captured the town of Rosario and established a bridgehead on the east bank of the Don. 10. 1943, September 3. The Italian mainland was invaded by the Allies for the first time during World War II, as the British commanding General Sir Bernard Montgomery sent the first British and Canadian troops across the Messina Strait, from Sicily to the southern tip of Italy. 11. 1945, April 30. Death of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler and his wife Eva Braun committed suicide as the Red Army approached the Führer bunker. Admiral Karl Dönitz became president of Germany. The Battle of Bautzen ended in a localist Germany victory. 12. 1945, May 7. Germany officially surrendered to the Allies, bringing an end to the Europe conflict on World War II. General Alfred Johl, representing the German High Command, signed the unconditional surrender of both East and West forces in Reims, France, which will take effect the following day. 13. 1945, August 6th. The United States dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan. The city was devastated. During the World War II, an American B-29 bomber dropped the world's first deployed atomic bomb over the Japan city of Hiroshima. The explosion wiped out 90% of the city and immediately killed 90,000 people. Tens of thousands more would later die of radiation exposed. 14. 1945, August 9. Another atomic bomb is dropped on Nagasaki, Japan, 3 days after the bombing of Hiroshima. The United States dropped a second atomic bomb on the city of Nagasaki. The United States and Japan had been at war since Japan's forces bombed Pearl Harbor in December 1941. Then, in 1945, September 2, the surrender of Imperial Japan was announced by Japanese Emperor Hirohito on August 15, and formally signed on September 2 in 1945, bringing the hostilities on World War II to a close.